After leaving Bali, we landed in Singapore, not knowing what to expect. We went straight out for some local food and a full day exploring.
From hawker centres to the futuristic Gardens by the Bay. This is everything we discovered on our first day.
Good morning. We are both absolutely knackered. We got here really late last night, and yes, we are somewhere new.
We are in Singapore!
Yeah!
We're gonna go for a nice traditional breakfast.
Cheers!
Look at this. For breakfast, we've come to a hawker centre, and there's loads dotted around Singapore. It's basically where the locals come to eat rather than going to a restaurant. 90% of the time, it is a lot cheaper. We've gone for a traditional breakfast. It's a bit like dippy eggs and soldiers. We've got Kopi, which is their coffee. We've got Kaya, which is bread sandwiched with butter, and then 2 eggs. And you essentially dip the bread in the eggs and eat it. So I'm excited to try that. And the whole meal for both of us was 7 Singapore dollars, which is about £4.
Let's try the coffee, which is of course the most important thing. That's really, really good. I really, really like that. Very sweet.
That's really good. It's very similar to dippy eggs and soldiers. That breakfast was so good. And I will just say there was some sugar or jam or something in that bread as well. So it was very sweet.
We are going to take a walk along the Singapore River. We are near the Fullerton Hotel at the moment. We're going to walk and try to follow it all the way around to the Gardens by the Bay. We've come to Merlion Park. It is named that because there is a merlion here, which looks really cool. It's a massive water feature, and it's probably a highlight of everyone's trip because of the views of the Marina Bay Sands Hotel across the water.
It is huge.
It's massive, and it looks really, really cool. It's quite an ominous looking building because it's quite low everywhere, and then it's like bang. It's this huge hotel that looks like a boat in the sky. Although Jordan keeps saying it's a plane.
It looks like a plane without wings to me, but I can see the boat as well.
We're gonna keep walking around the bay now and just see what else we see.
Just see the sign by the river, and there's potentially otters in there. So now I'm on the lookout. I would love to see a wild otter, and that's not something I expected to see either.
Another day, another animal Jordan's trying to find. Every day is different and you never know what you're gonna get.
New country, new animals.
I just love that no matter where we are, Jordan always seems to find new animals to look out for, and they're always so random. But it's just what she loves to do.
I'm on the hunt. Jason's just patiently waiting over there while I walked all the way back round to see if that was a real owl. I'm not sure if it's real, but it's cool. I didn't see the owl move, so I googled it, and it is a fake owl. It's to scare other birds away, basically, so I went all the way around there to just film a fake owl. Hope you enjoyed it.
What a muppet. I thought it was real too.
They've just got sun lounges dotted around on this bit of the harbour.
Quite an insane view. You've got the whole city skyline over here, And then behind us, we've obviously got the Marina Bay Sands Hotel.
I'd say that these lounges aren't very comfortable.
No, they're not. They definitely need a cushion or two, don't they? Look, you can even see the Merlion
Oh yeah.
from where we were earlier.
Yeah. It is boiling hot, so we hid underground to buy some water from 7-Eleven. And we've got a little life pack. You can just walk underground to where you're going and it's all aircon. Whenever I think of Singapore, I think of the super trees. It was the thing I was most excited to see. And just coming up from the underground, we've caught our first glimpse. And I'm just so excited to see it, and it'll be even cooler when we come back for the night show. But you've got to see it in the day as well.
We have just paid for our tickets for the garden by the bay. For those of you who don't know what it is a huge park in the middle of Singapore, right on the marina. It's 250 acres and it has around 1.5 million different types of plants from all over the world, making it this huge green, absolutely diverse area. As Jordan said earlier, there are 18 of these super trees which put on this amazing light show, and that's what really makes this place really famous.
We have bought tickets to go see the Flower Dome and the Cloud Forest, which has a Jurassic Park experience at the moment. I don't really know what to expect, to be honest, but they're in these cool dome-shaped buildings. I'm excited to go see it.
It's just made out of really weird stuff, like there's a bit of a fence.
He's nodding. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, wow. It's actually not hot in here, which I thought was going to be hot. We're in our first attraction, and that's the Flower Dome. Alice in Wonderland. They got the cat from Alice in Wonderland.
It's a little bit like being in a giant garden centre, except you're not allowed to touch or do anything with any of the plants.
This plant looks like it's dead, but it's actually not. That's just the way it looks, and it's a defense so that things don't eat it, basically. That's cool. We're heading to our second dome, the Cloud Forest, where there's a Jurassic Park experience for some reason.
This is a little bit scary at the moment, but like, look at that! What the hell? Ah!
You're gonna get eaten!
Wait for it! Ah! I might have been a little bit naive when we booked the Cloud Walk. I didn't think it would be like a walking through the clouds, like really high up. And now we've got to the top in a lift and now you've got to walk all the way back down. And we're like 7 or 8 stories high, and it's just a boardwalk that just circles back down. So I don't know if I'm going to do it or if I'm just going to get the elevator. I'm not sure. I wasn't really expecting it. We've just got out of the cloud forest, and honestly it was really good. The dinosaurs looked really realistic. You learnt loads about the rainforest and how it evolves at different heights and different environments. And honestly, I had a pretty good time. It was absolutely terrifying because the boardwalk actually wobbles when you're walking down it, but I did manage to walk all the way down, so if I can do it, you probably could.
You said you were scared of the heights, but I think you were just scared of the T-Rex.
The T-Rex was pretty scary, but it was mostly the height. We have finally made it to some super trees after all of that, and I've got to say, they are a lot higher than what I thought they were going to be. They're pretty massive, to be fair, and they've got so many different plants. They've put sort of like climbing plants all around them, and they're just climbing further up, and it looks really cool. As you can see behind me, the Super Tree Observatory is just there, and I've had enough of heights for the day, so I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Jordan whilst she goes to the top. And I think you go right to the top, like on top of it. Have fun! I'll see you later.
See you later.
No way.
The views of the city up here are just amazing. This is so cool.
We've just left the Gardens by the Bay Park, and we thought we would walk through the Marina Bay Sands Hotel, and it looks crazy in here. Like, I can't imagine what it would be like to stay here, and maybe one day we would be able to afford it, but we probably never will. But it's just wicked. It's so big. It's huge.
I'm gonna see if I can hear Jason.
Hey Jordan.
Oh, I can hear you.
I can hear you too. It's so weird. Jordan,
Yeah,
I miss you.
I miss you too.
It's so strange, isn't it?
The gardens were really cool, and as we were coming back after the hotel, the water in that plastic thing was spinning around. That was really cool to see. But we are both extremely knackered. We've obviously had like 3 hours sleep. The light show's not for a few hours, so we're actually going to head back to the hotel. We're going to grab some food for the night and just chill. We will be coming back to see the light show tomorrow, but we are going to do it.
We have made it to Lau Pa Sat, and honestly this is one of Singapore's most famous hawker centres, and the reason we've come, Jordan's favourite dish is satay chicken, and here they have an entire street dedicated to it. So we're going to walk through the street and try to eat one from every stall, and then we're going to try and rate which one was the best. I'm excited for this.
We got here at exactly 3 and the street hadn't actually opened yet. I ended up buying a tiger beer because I like to try beer from around the world. This is a Singaporean beer. And we just sat here, and actually they closed the road, so they're putting tables and chairs out on the road ready for satay. It's just really weird, that's not what I expected. Now we're just sitting here waiting for the satay to be cooked.
There's a little spanner in the works. So one of the satay places is now open, and I just went to look at the price, and the smallest thing you can buy is 10 satay skewers, and that is 9 Singaporean dollars, which, considering what we've been paying for food in hawker centres, is actually quite expensive. And I don't know if we're going to be able to then pay for satay at every single stall, because there's 9 of them, and then we don't really want to spend that much money, so maybe we just get 1 or 2. Hey, thank you. Look at this. Now you can't see Jordan, but she is dribbling right now. You've got to try it first.
I don't know if it's going to be spicy here or... That is so good. Like, the way that it's cooked, like the texture's perfect. It's like really soft but actually crispy on the outside. And the sauce is good too.
Is it your best satay you've ever had?
It could be. It could actually be better than the Bolognese ones I've had. Like, it's so, the juice is so thick and sticky and sweet on the chicken. Oh, that's good.
Jordan talked that up a lot. Oh, the sauce is more like a curry sauce, whereas in Bali it was a bit more runny than that. Wow.
That's good, right?
There is so much like depth of flavour to this. I've only ever had Indonesian ones, and it does just taste really peanutty. Whereas this is like smoky and sweet, and it tastes completely different. And the chicken is nice.
Is that the best you've ever had?
Yeah. It probably is. Alright. Forget what I said earlier. Pay the $10 and just go nuts, because it tastes really good. I don't want to try them all now.
No, me too.
Ah.
Gone for round 2.
I'm off for round 2. Gonna get
That's
some
what
more.
I just said.
Did you? There's only one that has the charcoal lit, so we're gonna have to wait for the next one to do it. It looks like they're preparing it now.
No, I want satay
let's just
now.
wait 5 minutes, okay? Wait.
I want satay now.
Wait. Okay, wait. On the weekday, this market doesn't open till 7 p.m. On the weekends, it does open at 3. However, it is the weekend. It is 4:20, and there is only one store open. We've spoken to a couple of people that work on the stalls. One is opening at 7, the other's opening at 5. So if you are going to come here, just come here later, because they don't actually open at the times that it says it does. So that's a quick little tip. Don't do what we've done and we've just sat around for ages. Just come here later and it'll all be open.
We weren't quite done with satay, so we've gone back to the same stall. We've ordered 10 more skewers. We've got half beef, half chicken.